think we're live.
Yes, we're live.
Good morning, everybody. Okay, so this is for anyone that is a registered exhibitor of ISTF. This webinar, short webinar that we're going to run through this morning, will take a little bit of a tour behind the scenes of the ISTF interface. We're going to show you a little bit around the back end of what the exhibition will look like on the day for anyone that's attending. And most importantly, we are also going to show you some of the premium features that the exhibitor booths can demonstrate. And we're going to do a little bit of an example between Tarmo and myself, really just to show you some of the capabilities that the online virtual video conferencing facility can offer for anyone that's purchased a bronze package or is maybe considering taking this as a premium feature, so as you can interact one-to-one on the day with any of the attendees and visitors. I'm making my best attempt to speak slowly because I know that most people online are not native English speakers, and I am. So if I speak too quickly, then just please write in the chat and tell me to slow down, and I will. I think we've got people online from Romania, Croatia, Slovenia, Bulgaria. No one on from Serbia yet, I don't think, but great. Okay. So, Tarmo, I guess over to you if you want to give a quick introduction, and then we can do the tour. And then when you're ready to do the live video call with me, just let me know so as I can switch my screen and accept your invite.
Yeah, excellent. So ISTF, 2021 is actually the second event from the sequence. So first one was held in Baltics, Poland, Czech, and Slovakia. And now second one is, and we are moving down to Southeast Europe, and there are already plans for third ones. So an idea is really to cover, the cross Europe, and why we did it, or why we kind of started this ISTFs. Well, we are a procurement software, procurement flow, and our main aim is really to help companies with their procurement and sourcing activities. And really a big part, and now I speak from my experience in that work, is really to find new suppliers. And then the reality used to be that it's the live trade fairs were taken in place. What we are, creating here, is really, unique online trade fair experience where really the attention or the most of the focus is put on one-to-one meetup between buyers and potential suppliers. So during a day, it's possible to go through 50, 100 companies and make really new connections easily. So that's the aim here. And with that fair, we have been dividing. We have been bit switched the, let's say, the industry segments, but we have divided the company subcontractors into three main categories, and we see a lot of activities in all of these. And I think the biggest one is really the engineering and manufacturing, which also kind of it's a big bucket, right? There are machining companies, there are casting companies, there are plastic injection molding, etc., etc. So and companies have really possibility to define what they do in a really, let's say, small level. Then there is a logistics companies, and then obviously the digital solutions, which could then offer their solutions for customers outside, but also to actually do these exhibitors who are also having maybe some digital challenges. And when we go down here, it's to really see the I think the latest number, James, and help me to correct. We currently had about 100 and 65 or 170 exhibitors signed up. So that is the latest figure, and then on the visitor side, it's about I think closing to 400 currently. So, and there is like 1 week to go, and we know that a lot of activities actually happened last week, and from the, let's say, experiences from the previous trade fair, then actually the really on the last hour, I think we had the most exhibitors signed up. I mean, it was really crazy, and then on the last minute. But I hope that this time it's more balanced.
Yeah, and this is a region where everything tends to happen at the last minute. The further south in Europe you go.
Yeah,
but I love it for that. It's great.
Yeah, exactly.
After 12 years living in Germany, it's a nice change.
Right. But let me then let's go and let's introduce, I mean, or just, I mean, kind of showcase, I mean, how the companies are lined up and how they are showcasing their capabilities. So I'm just opening a subcategory here, engineering and manufacturing, where we have the most companies lined up. And from there, I mean, you're able to then really select and there's a lot of this streaming takes a lot of bandwidth.
Otherwise, I can try on my end. Maybe, I mean, I'll probably have the same problem with the streaming, but if you want, I can share my screen and try it from my end.
Let's see. Selected another category. Let's see the. Okay, we got it open. So I mean, and here we have. I mean, we have the companies really the small kind of let's say small view where we can see. I mean, the companies who have been signing up, and then I mean just taking one of them. I mean, from Hungary. And really good thing, I mean, with these trade fairs is that it's not. I mean, it's very difficult to present yourself. I mean, in a way, and in a way that there will be potential buyers visiting your site, right? I mean, with these trade fairs, I mean, we will do the work. I mean, we will bring actually the buyers to the trade fair, and then we give them possibility to quickly find subcontractors they actually need. I mean, either based on the category, based on the region, or we can even preset the meetings. I mean, with buyers and suppliers for you. But I mean, here is, I mean, simple way to present yourself. I mean, by these tags. I mean, what you're capable of doing. I mean, we see that Complex Express from Hungary, they do this 3PL, 4PL packaging and last mile delivery services. There is also direct link to their website. There is a contact person and small introduction of what they do, and some companies have really combined here the pictures, videos. I mean, and other things. So there are actually quite many possibilities to make yourself nicely presentable.
And there's also the possibility in there, isn't there, Tamo, to be able to upload a YouTube video onto that homepage. So if companies have got a presentation of their products or their services that they can upload to a YouTube channel and copy the YouTube URL, then it's possible to use that in the homepage of their exhibition stand.
Yeah, exactly. So that's like the live video starts streaming right away. Though there is another one. I mean, the EMS solutions from Bulgaria. I mean, we have also nicely the contact person here, so you can actually see. I mean, to whom you can discuss, and they have put actually some videos here of what they're doing. So yeah, it's quite many. I mean, it doesn't need to be, let's say, too complex. But I mean, it's actually, I mean, with the first look and feel, I mean, the visitor should be able to really see, I mean, and understand what the companies are doing, and yeah, that's
I was just going to say that that's really a big difference between something like this versus going on to a directory site like Europage or Compass. I mean, those sites are great if you know exactly what you're looking for, but often on those sites, the contact details are not updated. The website links are invalid. The email address often bounces. I know because I've tried to contact companies through them myself. These directories are fantastic in theory, but the reality is that the details are often out of date. Whereas with these exhibitors that are exhibiting at ISTF, they have actively gone in and updated and registered their stands. So any booth which has a video or contact details or a photo of the salesperson in there, you know that is updated and live, and that they want to speak to potential buyers. So you know that the contact details and everything there is valid, and that they are actively looking for new inquiries as a buyer if you're going in there. And B, as we will just come on to now, for anyone that takes the bronze package or the silver package, there is also the capability to have a one-on-one call with a salesperson or company representative from each of the exhibitors. So we're going to do a quick demo now. I'm going to be an exhibiting company. So I have an exhibition stand in ISTF that we're going to use now to do a very quick demo of the live conferencing. And Tarmo is going to play the role of a buyer or a visitor who's going to then knock on my virtual door or ring my virtual phone. And we're going to have, assuming our internet bandwidth can cope with it, we're going to have a quick video conference, very quick, just to demonstrate the functionality. And hopefully for anyone that's watching this, you can see then the advantage or the huge benefit to be able to discuss one-on-one, real time, just like you would in a real trade show if you're going up to somebody's stand and initiating a conversation. So we were really keen to make sure that we had this capability instead of just having a function where you send emails and then it sort of goes into nirvana. So this now, so Tarmo, you've gone in there as a buyer now and you're about to contact me, right?
Yeah, I need some really the procurement consulting services in Southeast Europe. So I found the James Meath really, and actually maybe I rushed a bit. So let's do it again. So I really found the nice and well displayed booth here. I know I see the person whom I'm expect. I mean, I hope that picture is also not made like 20 years ago. I really expect to see this.
3 years ago. I need to update it.
Same person here. But the more important is that there is, I mean, there is this immediate video call for the visitors made available. So if I just click on it, then what now happens is that there is a knock, and we are using one pretty nice service here, which is kind of making it very, let's say, easy to enter. So we want to give a good experience to visitors, so that they don't really need to validate themselves 10 times and use a different services. So there is and as a buyer, I want to talk to James, so I will obviously knock on James' door. And James, even if now has a call with another person, then he will actually see that, I mean, there is Tarmo knocking, and then can decide to let me in, or then give me a bit of time to wait, right? James,
exactly. Do you want me to? Can I share my screen now just to show anyone what it looks like on my side? Are we able to do that, or maybe not?
Yeah, or you can.
Or I can just accept the call and then, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So what we will now get is really the picture-to-picture or the video-to-video call here. So I open my my screen as well, and it's a bit chaotic because I mean we are in we're also having that call on a Restream studio here. But so James, if you allow your camera as well, then I think we are able to see. So that's how it's.
I have my camera on actually. Video settings. Yeah, my camera is on. Maybe it's just because I'm on the live stream as well. I don't know, but yeah, my camera is on. So yeah, I mean, I can see you and hear you.
All right, cool. So that's how it's. I mean, kind of immediate way to get this buyer on one side of the table, and then exhibitor on the other side. So that's kind of a super quick way to interact with potential buyers then. And that's simple it is. ISTF.eu. So everyone who has a booth and has taken the bronze or silver, I mean, then they have that option and can, I mean, beside just directing, let's say, customers to your website or yeah, okay, they were able to see your email and contact you, but I mean, then this will give also this really the unique trade fair experience to you.
Exactly, and that's really what's being missing from a lot of these events. I mean, when you try and replicate a face-to-face event, what everyone says, whether it's a trade fair or whether it's conference, everyone says the exact same thing, that the presentations and the seminars are great, but the actual sort of person-to-person interaction and networking is very, very difficult to replicate in a virtual event. So one of the things that we really tried to do here is to make that as real as can be humanly possible, without having an in-person event. So the in-person, the one-on-one live video conferencing is really a facility that we think will help to elevate the number of inquiries that you have on the day, because it creates more of a sense of urgency, and it allows people to build a little bit of a personal relationship that, let's face it, is really difficult to do on email.
Yeah, exactly. Fully agree. I mean, well, I've been doing, I mean, or being as a buyer or as a sourcing guy, I mean, in many webinars or many actually trade fairs in the past, and what I also know is really the kind of the physical event limitation, meaning that, I mean, well, you're able to meet up maybe 5, 10. I mean, okay, if you're really energetic, I mean, maybe 20 companies during a day, but then you're pretty much done. I mean, you do not want to talk anymore. Because it's anyhow, I mean, it takes more energy and more of your resources. I mean, when you're doing it virtually, then I would say, I mean, you could at least, I mean, double the number, I mean, of the companies you're able to go through and visit and meet up. So yeah, it is definitely more efficient as well.
Yeah. And you don't have to spend a fortune on promotional materials to give to your exhibition visitors as well.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Awesome. So that was about 20 minutes. So I think we can pretty much wrap up, Tamo. The only thing I would say is left to still make everyone aware of is that we will be going live on the 17th at 9 a.m. Central European. And if anyone has any questions before then please reach out to one of us. My email address is james@istf.eu. If you have any questions or any thoughts or anything that you want to ask us, And until then, we will also send you, for anyone that's a registered exhibitor, some instructions around how things will work on the day and how to interact with your booth during the event. But until then, we wish you success in your preparations and very much look forward to seeing you and welcoming you on the day where I will also be your host.
Excellent. Thank you, everyone.